4, 5, 6. Quindi due, tre, quattro, 5 e 6. Is anybody watching? Or am I alone? Is anyone watching? It's okay if nobody's watching, it's fine. This will be like going back to my very early streams where no one was here. Allora, vediamo un attimo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll make a nice loop here. It's over. Strokes. And we want 5 subdivisions. Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? Nice to have you here. Thanks for sharing my miserability. Is that a word? Made a mistake here. I think the word that I was looking for was misery. Yes, I'm loving Blender. It's a game changer for me. It really brought back the joy of doing things in 3D. And I know that this is sort of like a radical statement to say, but it is an amazing software, I have to say. I would have never thought that because of a software I would enjoy working in 3D. But then again, why not, right? That's what we do most of the time, most of the day. Yes, it's very true. It really is true. I'm enjoying myself a lot, I have to say, doing all these things and relearning some things like topology. You know, I was used to Cinema 4D being great with the Topo pen, topology pen, whatever. But I have to say, I've downloaded this plugin called RetopofFlow. It's just as good. I'm just trying to develop a little bit of muscle memory. Because that's the thing now, is that I tend to do things super slow, but it's okay. And I'm basically, if you missed it yesterday, I was modeling a helmet. I think I've got to a final form. I'll show it to you so that you have an idea of what it is that I'm doing. I'm just afraid because I heard that if you get out of TopofFlow, then you lose the editing capabilities. So I guess I cannot really show you. What if I'm really afraid that if I do it, then I cannot go back and keep editing my geometry, which would be stupid, but you know, like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Because, you know, what was the command? So what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 polygons going down, and then a squared one. Okay, then maybe I can go down with 2 polygons. And then I have a square here. If I bring that down, this is where my dyslexia kicks in, and I cannot even do basic calculations. Okay, so now we got that quad over there. Yeah, that makes sense. There you go. And then I come down like this. Good. Okay. Yes, absolutely. I'm not gonna try it. Jonathan, okay, screw it. How do we do this? Guide me. Select the retop object again and click on what was a shift, I think. And you're back on editing. I don't know. Let me. How do I get out of this? Okay. I have no idea. This is really like I bought it 2 hours ago, and now I'm figuring out how to use it. But it's super simple. It's basically it's a poly pen. Yes, I agree. I gotta connect a lot of pieces together. I'm trying to get a little bit of geometry to also like, I don't want to bake some of these details. I really want to have the holes and everything. And then maybe we can bake those. I don't know how this is going to look like once I do the baking. So let's figure out this part. We got 1, 2, 3 elements going down. So I'm gonna try and do it with 3 and then maybe 4 to add a little bit more geometry. It's a holiday. Okay, so I get out by hitting quit retop flow. And then I click yes. So I say quit retop flow, yes. So I quit it now. I got my retop flow geometry here. So this is basically the helmet. It's nothing super complicated, but there are a few things that I want to try with the painter later on, and so I left it like this. But I think all things considered, it'll make a very nice face for some sort of like a cyberpunk policeman, or I don't know. I'm having this thing about cyberpunk mecha hybrids. I'm enjoying it. I don't know. Okay, so let's go back to retop flow. I select retop flow, and then I say retop flow. Finish autosave recovery. Autosave. Start retop flow. Oh no, shit, now it start retop flow on the geometry that I just created. Okay, escape. No, it's actually letting me editing this, right? Is that correct? Let me see. Yeah, it works. It works. Thanks, man. You got me figured out. Okay, so good. This is so cool. Look at that. Like, I'm just, adding points, and then everything gets added. It's just fantastic. And look at this. I got my quads where I want them to be. Well, not 100%, but there you go. So the geometry is coming out nice and clean. What do we do here? Let's do some other parts. Let's create this part now. So we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I could actually come out straight here. 6. So let's try 5 stroke. 8, 5. There we go. Good. Do I have 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. Man. I'll add a loop here. Then I'll move my geometry a little bit. Retopology is the punishment for when a designer says, "Oh, let me add some details. It'll look good. It will look good." Yeah, and then you have to retopologize that beautiful detail. And you spend like 75 hours on a polygon, on one single polygon. Ah, man. Hey, Georgi, what's going on, man? Okay, let's try to continue with this. There we go. Do we have a polygon there? Where is my polygon? Where are you? Hello? Where's my polygon? There it is. Sometimes the geometry snaps inside, and so you have to go and look for it. And then as soon as you touch it, it snaps back outside, you see? I'm not sure if this is a bug or like a limitation of the mesh engine, but it's definitely something that I've noticed already, like in these few hours of me using this thing, this software. But it's really great. Not a complaint. I'm just making constructive feedback. I'm giving constructive feedback. So where is my geometry? Georgi, how did the podcast with Andras go? Was it good? I still have to catch up. But why am I doing this? No, I have to do this, of course. Okay, I'll continue. I'll go all the way down here, because obviously this is going to be needed. And then we'll call it a day. There you go. Thank you, Georgi. You're way too kind. Okay, this is going to be an interesting piece of geometry to connect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we got it. Keep it like this here, so we don't add any more geometry. And let me move this down there. I hope that the bake from what is it called, from Substance is going to pull a miracle on this model. Because I haven't really spent a lot of time like thinking about the topology and everything, so I don't know, it's gonna be an interesting experiment. Okay, and here I'm not gonna hide it from you guys. There is a triangle. Didn't manage to keep the whole topology as quads, even though I did pull some tricks. Look at this, and this is not good. I have to change that a little bit, but you know, so far so good. We got quads. Yeah, this needs to this needs to be addressed, but anyway. Okay, let's try and bring each single piece of geometry down. Let's do it this way. Baby, I'm confused. Now, do we want this to be a piece of geometry, or do we want it just to be a displacement or a bump? I think this will be enough as a bump. Think is that, yeah, I'll have to pull some tricks. I don't know. Let's take a look. So we got a quad here, and this quad could actually, we have 1, 2, they can come out straight. So if I come down with let's see what happens. So now I have that situation over there, and this is a quad. This is this can be probably fixed like this. If we can keep this as a bump, then I'm gonna have it in the middle of the polygon, and here this is going to be most likely this is not going to work, but anyway, we can sort it out later. For now, I just want to connect the biggest pieces of the puzzle. Okay, Let's take a look. One, two, three, four. Okay. Made a mistake. I would like to follow the geometry down here. Then I'm gonna have a subdivision there. So now I have this geometry joining in here. Yeah, I know, Jonathan, but you know, like, I worked with a really old school guy for like 3 years, and like I have now this thing where if there is a triangle, I'm like, I know that it's okay and I can get away with that, but I get anxious about it, you know. I'm like, oh, there is a triangle, and I know it's totally fine, you know, like here you're not gonna see anything. This is going to be animated without any like moving parts or anything, so it's those kind of things that, you know, I preach, but then myself I don't do them, you know. I'm like, if I can avoid the triangle, I will avoid it. But I know it's a very unhealthy habit. Okay, so let's figure out a little bit this geometry here. What time is it? Still like 20 minutes, because then my wife is coming back from work, and I forgot the key behind the door, and she's gonna be mad at me. Being married is amazing. I can say this kind of stuff because she doesn't watch my streams. Bless her. There we go. And so now what we can do, we could see there is a triangle there and it's already bothering me. Okay, let's play a little bit around. It's okay for now. We'll just leave it there. But even for gaming, I've done some assets for some clients, and you know, they don't really have a problem even with like low poly, especially if it's like if the rigging has no deformation. And so for instance, a robot, when you rig it, you attach the components to the bone, and then the bone has sort of like limitations in the movement, and so it doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, I think my problem is that I've been thinking about it all the time, you know, like, oh, quad or triangle, oh, I'm really not a good modeler, you know, because there is a triangle there. What have I done here? There you go. So let's see what we can do here. Nothing. We'll leave that as a triangle. It's okay. What I've done that now, that's an ugly triangle. You don't want to have that kind of triangle. Oh, I guess I understand what is happening is that it's trying to still create a quad. but it's okay. We'll leave it there for now, and then we'll go back to it. I cannot think straight right now. Now this element is split in between. Can we do something with this? Do I have 1, 2, 3, 4? I'll have to do a little bit of Lego. Okay, we got this. This is going to be sort of like a little bit of a mess to have to deal with, but it's okay. We'll get back to it in a little bit. I am thinking that maybe this is a quad. This could also come up as a quad. Yeah, I think so. So let's try knife. So this is coming up as a quad. What have I done here? This is wrong. What is this coming from? What have I done? Okay, so it sort of like made a cut in a place that I didn't want it. Okay, F5, and then knife. So 5, select this vertices, and then knife, and then I can cut here. Good. So now I have a quad. This is a triangulation. What did I want to do? I even forgot what I wanted to do. Okay, let's go back. We don't need that. What do we do here? So this needs to come closer because I don't want to add any points. But then this is going to be a single polygon, maybe. One step at a time, guys. One step at a time. Yes, it's true. I can actually do that. And maybe I'll do that. So let me erase this. Ah, yes, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a quad here that goes up. Because then if it goes up, I still need an extrusion. Okay, let's try it. If... Okay, let's cut it here. Like this. And now what do I have here? I have two quads. Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted to have. And but I still have that problem there. Maybe I can extrude it. Yeah, because this needs to go around the corner anyway. So let's try. I'll bring this here and this here. And so I select this face, delete it. I don't want to cut this in half because I already have enough geometry here. figure it out later. Don't tell anybody. Actually, this doesn't need to go up. This I can actually bake it as a detail. So I'm just gonna put a polygon here. There you go. Okay. It's a bit of a mess here. Let's go one polygon at a time. So what do we do here? This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. The graph editor. Oh, I'm really not that good with it. Like for animations and stuff, I don't think I'm the right person, to be totally honest with you. I still have to learn animation. So now we have this closed. We can have this let's try to make sense of this mess here. What can we do here? Quad. We might have two quads there. And a third one, maybe. There's also quad here. Quad there. I'm just gonna lay them there to see what happens. I have a polygon too much, I think. Oh no, maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is a quad. Obviously, I need to change a little bit some things around to make it fit a little bit better. But, you know, like, I managed to sort of like not make it more than a mess than it was before. And obviously I'll have to move some geometries around and maybe subdivide it. But, you know, this part is done. In 7 minutes, I think my wife is going to be here. So maybe I'll just wrap this stream up. But I want to say thank you to the 3 people that were watching this, the 2 likes that were left. Jonathan, I appreciate the support. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll have something more to show, or something, you know, that look a little bit more decent than this. But yeah, Blender is a lot of fun. You should try it if you haven't already. Anyway, good evening and good night, guys. Thank you for watching, Jonathan.